Oh, Aisha, that dress is bold. Lillian's voice sliced through the laughter, dripping with venom, her smile more like a warning than a welcome. The Hamptons' wedding was supposed to be a celebration, but from the first minute, it felt more like a trial by fire, 300 eyes judging, every snicker a little dagger. Not everyone can pull off high society, dear. You know what I mean? The crowd's laughter hit like a slap, but Aisha just stood there, heart pounding, refusing to shrink. You ever wonder how one petty remark can spark a revolution? Because Lillian's jab, meant to put Aisha in her place, lit a fuse that would blow up every expectation that night, leaving all those privileged guests reeling, hungry, and looking for someone to blame. This is a story about humiliation, rebellion, and a kind of justice so sweet you can taste it. My name's not important. What matters is that you stick around, because trust me, you'll want to see how this all plays out. And hey, drop a comment where you're listening from. What time is it? Let's make this a real conversation. So, Aisha's heels echoed on marble, every step a little protest against Lillian's poison. The air smelled of roses and champagne, but it couldn't hide the burn in Aisha's chest. Michael, her partner, squeezed her hand, comforting, but also a little too silent, like he was scared to push back. "Keep your head up, love," he whispered, but his eyes said sorry. That stung almost as much as Lillian's words. See, Aisha didn't come from wealth or privilege. Brooklyn was home, and her life had always been a hustle, fighting for every scrap, turning a beat-up food truck into a catering company that fed Manhattan's elite. But no matter how much success she had, to people like Lillian, she'd always be the outsider. Tonight, that truth pressed down heavy. The family snubs, just salt and old wounds. They moved through the chaos, stables glowing with candles, waiters gliding by with caviar. Aisha's dress hugged her curves, sapphire blue shimmering under crystal chandeliers. She looked like she belonged, but inside, she felt exposed. This wedding was Michael's younger brother James' big day. He'd sent her a note, said it was time to let the past go, to mend fences. But as they walked to their table tucked away with distant relatives, far from the centered out, gnawed at her. Maybe this was a mistake. Lillian flitted between guests, a sequined specter barking orders at the photographer, "Make sure you catch Emily's elegance. She's the real star." Emily was perfect, porcelain skin, poised, everything Lillian admired. The contrast to Aisha was obvious, cruel. Michael tried to make it better, but his "let's just get through this" landed like a surrender. She wanted him to fight. He just pulled out her chair instead. The wedding kicked off. James beamed at Emily. The crowd swooned, but Aisha felt invisible. Then came the photos. Lillian waved the bride and groom over, grinned that sweet, fake grin at Aisha. "This is for immediate family only, you understand?" It was a slap, right there in front of everyone. Michael promised to talk to Lillian later, but Aisha was done waiting. "Later isn't enough," she hissed. Before she could say more, Lillian called out, "Oh, don't sulk, dear, it's unbecoming." The snickers from nearby tables felt like a choke chain. Aisha excused herself, bolted for air. The garden was all fairy lights and jasmine, but peace wouldn't come. She replayed every betrayal: Charles, Michael's father, selling the family home, and erasing Michael's mother from memory, Lillian's constant condescension. Why did she even show up? She looked up and, out of nowhere, saw Maria, her own right hand, coordinating the catering staff. Wait, what? Maria works for me. Her heart leapt. If her company had landed this wedding, fate had just dealt her a wild card. Lillian and Charles Hode spent the night mocking her, had no idea they were eating from her hand. The tables were about to turn, big time. Back inside, the mood had shifted. Lillian kept needling Aisha. "Emily's so gracious, so refined. Not everyone can match that." A cousin laughed. Michael stared at his plate. Aisha answered, "I'm enjoying the show, Lillian. It's revealing." Lillian's smile wobbled, but the digs kept coming. Michael's silence hurt more than any insult. She ducked outside again, head spinning. She needed answers, needed control. Calling Maria could change everything, but she wasn't ready yet. When she finally came back in, Michael asked if she was okay. "Okay isn't the word for it," she shot back, her patience gone. Food came out: scallops, lobster canapes, but none of it mattered. Aisha's eyes stayed locked on Lillian and the main table, the little drama unfolding in whispers. Suddenly, Charles' face red, voice booming, stormed over, called her a disgrace, accused her of dragging Michael down. In front of 300 people. You know that kind of humiliation where your skin tingles, your stomach drops, and you want the earth to swallow you whole? That was it. Michael said nothing. Lillian piled on, mocked Aisha's business, asked how much she really made. Enough for that dress. Aisha shot back, her voice steady, her fury simmering. Something snapped. She stood, every eye on her, looked Lillian dead in the eye. Thanks for your interest in my work. I hope you enjoy the main course tonight. It'll be unforgettable. There was an edge in her words, a promise of payback nobody caught yet. She slipped outside, called Maria. We're pulling out. Food, staff, everything. Now. Maria balked. There's 300 guests. Aisha didn't flinch. They insulted me, their boss. The contract allows for this. Pack up. Maria got eaten at boss. From the garden, Aisha watched her team sweep through the kitchen like a silent hurricane, trays vanishing, cakes boxed, wine loaded onto trucks. She waited, breath shallow, feeling equal parts vengeance and guilt. Then Charles burst in, bellowing, but Maria handed him a business card, told him to talk to their lawyer. The trucks were gone before he finished ranting. Inside, confusion turned to panic. Guests stared at empty tables, tweeted about the disaster, and Lillian's reputation started crumbling in real time. James texted Aisha, angry how could she ruin his wedding? Aisha's phone blew up, but so did her. Branda guest messaged her, praised her grace under fire, offered her a new high-profile job. Social media caught the whole mess, and suddenly Aisha wasn't a victim, she was a legend. Back home, Michael tried to explain himself, finally standing up to his father, telling Charles that if he ever disrespected Aisha again, he was done. That apology mattered, but the wounds ran deep. Emily, the bride, reached out too, apologizing for her silence and inviting Aisha to a family-only vow renewal, no Lillian or Charles. James, regretful, said he was cutting ties with Lillian's financial grip and wanted to rebuild trust. But not everything was healed. Late one night, Aisha got an anonymous email. Lillian's not finished. Watch her back. It sent a chill through her, but she forwarded it to her lawyer and stood on her balcony, city lights below, knowing she'd already survived the worst. The next day, her company phone rang nonstop. Her walkout had gone viral, clients praising her integrity, asking for her story. Aisha wrote a post. I'm Aisha Coleman, a black woman from Brooklyn who was told I didn't belong. I built this from nothing. For anyone who's ever been underestimated, your story isn't over. Her words sparked a wave of support, thousands sharing their own stories. She realized that no matter what Lillian tried next, she was done letting them define her. That's the thing about standing up for yourself, even if it costs you. It's worth it. Aisha's story isn't just about revenge. It's about rewriting the rules. So what do you think? Was she right? Did she go too far? Drop your take below. Justice, revenge, or just another round in the endless fight for respect? Let's hear it. Stay bold. Stay unbreakable. Let your voice roar just like Aisha's.